Hello, my name is Joel Kweskin. I'm a caricature artist. I also have a background in marketing. My college degree actually is in journalism. And so I went into business primarily as a copywriter, doing advertising and sales promotion. I've done some journalistic work as well on the PR side. But eventually have transitioned over to caricature work because that's really at my core, I believe. I come from a family of artists. Both my parents were professional artists. My two sisters were artists. So it's in my genes and in my nature to do that as well. The caricature work specifically, I think, came about because I've always enjoyed portraiture, drawing people's faces. Something about the face that has always captivated me. And I guess given my particular proclivity for humor and irreverence, it was kind of a natural to graduate, if you will, onto the caricature side of things, where I could have fun with a person's face and kind of manipulate it to a degree. People ask what my influence is, and I would say there's certainly a lot of fine caricature artists out there today. But as a kid, I was always enamored of Mad Magazine. And certainly the stories, the content was funny and humorous and whatnot, which is what it was supposed to be. But for me, it was the artwork. I just loved the illustration in it. I love people like Mort Drucker and Jack Davis. Those are my two idols. I believe they're still around today. I think into their 90s they would have to be. But their work was just magnificent because I've always been impressed not merely with the ability to draw someone's face and to do it in such a replicated form to make it look virtually identical to that person's actual countenance, but also just the anatomy behind it, knowing the whole head and facial structure, and beyond that, the body, because these guys, they would illustrate full stories, parodies and satires and whatnot, as in comic book fashion. So each panel showed these characters and other characters full body, engaged in all kinds of activity. And to me, that stuff was just tremendous. Just the skill, the artistry with which they drew these things, and that I always loved that. I've had some interesting assignments through the years. I've gotten to draw some famous people, both on a commission standpoint, some leaders of the business community here in Charlotte, some entertainers that I was asked to do, it's presently, I guess, what I am most enjoying is my having been named as the artist, one of the newest artists, to contribute to the walls of the Palm restaurant here in Charlotte. So I'm very flattered to have been asked by the general manager. He's a fellow that I've known through the years through networking assignments that I've had at the Palm, and I guess he saw my work, liked what he saw, and was given the directive from corporate in New York to add to the walls. It's an elite company to be in, and I'm very privileged and proud to say that I'm now drawing for the Palm restaurant. There's another restaurant in town here in Charlotte that actually started working for first. That's Harry's Tavern and Grill, and they had me draw some famous Harrys because that's the name of the place. That was the whole gimmick to it. The whole idea was to draw some famous Harrys, put those up on the wall, including both the men's room and the ladies' room. And so I've done Harry Connick, Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, Harry Potter, Prince Harry, Harry Carey, Harry Houdini, and even a couple of Harriettes, including Harriet Nelson from Ozzie and Nelson. So those have been fun assignments. Caricature art, maybe some people look at it as the lowly pun, which I'm given to uttering every now and then. I just find that it's fun to be playful with the English language. So too, I find caricatures are fun. It's a fun form of art, but it has its role. Something that deserves more credit, more serious consideration than we tend to otherwise. As I use as a slogan, caricatures from the boardwalk to the boardroom, and all fun things in between, all wonderful applications in between. There's a lot to be said for the lowly caricature and how mighty it can become in terms of what it can do for you, your business, and for many other walks of life. And I enjoy being one of those that can use it and help people use it for themselves.